Good morning, guys. My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. In today's episode, we are going to be detailing the Subaru Legacy, a full interior and exterior detail, but we're also going to be using the new Hybrid Solutions Pro product. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. Let's take a look at the products we're going to use today. We're filling our buckets with hot water because it's a little chilly this morning, even though it's supposed to warm up later. Let's take a look at the new products that we have. We have the new Pure Wash we're going to use. This is basically a very pure shampoo. There's no other type of gloss enhancers or waxes or anything like that. Now it says polymers, but that is not gloss enhancing or protection type polymers. These are for lubrication. So it's a very high sudsing, high lubricating shampoo, and it's pretty impressive. Now for the cleaning portion of the wheels, we have two products. This one is a high alkaline wheel cleaner and tire prep. This stuff is extremely strong. So it's a high alkaline cleaner. We're going to use it both on the wheels and on the tires, and then we'll demonstrate how to use an iron decon. Even though this vehicle really, we're not going to be using a full iron decon on everything, on all of the paint, but we'll show you on the wheels, and we'll demonstrate on the back of the vehicle. We'll see if there's any iron on the back. So we'll show you how to use this product and when to use it, because you don't have to use it all the time. So it says wheel cleaner, but it is paint safe. This is made for clear coat. It's pH neutral, so it is going to be safe for any type of wheel or clear coat. Now, once the wheels and tires are done, we're going to apply the new graphene acrylic tire shine. It says a spray coating. This is an interesting product because depending on how you apply it, you can get a more glossy finish, or once it does dry down a little bit, it produces more of a satin black finish. It keeps the tires nice and black looking, which is really cool. And then we do have an inside product called Inside Job. And this is a protection product. It does lightly clean as well, but we'll use this at the end to protect all of the leather and plastics inside. So here's the vehicle. It's a Subaru Legacy, and it has seen better days. So we are going to clean the engine. I'm not going to really demonstrate a lot of that. We have plenty of videos where you can see us cleaning and dressing the engine. Tires and wheels are pretty grungy. The paint itself is, it's in kind of rough shape. It's not really the cleanest. It's a little dull. The interior is pretty gross. So we're going to spend most of the time in here cleaning this. Yeah, pretty nasty. We're going to steam everything. We're going to use the disinfectant from Turtle Wax as well. And then we'll protect everything at the end with the new Inside Job product. Well, at least the trunk isn't too bad. But yeah, stuff like that, that's gross. We'll blast that all out. We degrease it and we blast it out with a pressure washer. We can get in there with brushes if we need to, but usually the pressure washer gets in there and cleans everything out safely and efficiently. So yeah, these wheels are pretty bad. That cleaner is going to really clean these up incredibly well. So let's get started with our pre-wash phase. If you want to check out our process, the full process of that, then click the card above. We're going to mix about 1.5 ounces in about 16 ounces of water. 1.5, and that's maybe closer to 2. That's okay. Mmm, delicious. And you have yourself a nice breakfast smoothie. At least it smells like it. Yeah, the bottom surfaces, not too bad. They're coming out much easier. So you can also mix up the shampoo in a separate bottle. I just put a squirt of it in, I don't know, about 8 ounces, 10 ounces of water and use this as a clay lube. Now, I do this in the process of washing, so I'm rinsing anyway. So, you know, it's not like a standalone clay lube. It needs to be rinsed away, but it is extremely slick and lubricating, so it's excellent for a clay lube. This process really speeds things up. You don't have to buy a separate clay lube. And once you wash the vehicle, rinse it, you can go back over it with this, clay bar everything, and then rinse it off again. Whatever your method is, it works really well as a clay lubricant. So we like to use the clay mitt as we're washing. It speeds things up and it really does make things more efficient. So yeah, extremely lubricating. Just be careful, it's so slippery, the clay bar will slip out of your hand. So now let's use the wheel cleaner. I'm going to use this on the wheel and the tire. It does extremely well at cleaning both. Now you see that it's a kind of a pinky formula here. That's just the color of the product. It's not necessarily an iron remover. They may have a little bit of that in there, but it already is that pinky color. So this stuff is the stuff that changes color. But you can see how it's really pulling the grime off immediately. It's instant. That is super satisfying. So I have the bucket here full of the soapy shampoo also. Everything is so slick in there. It's the only thing you got to be careful with. Isn't that nice? Yum. And I got another wheel brush here. I got a new one because the other blue one was starting to come apart and wear down. Man, that soap is slippery. It's really hard to hold on to this brush. Now, if you really want to go crazy, you can try the iron Decon and get more of the iron particles off the wheels. So we'll try that. But let's give that a couple of seconds and see if anything actually reacts and turns purple. Okay, not too bad. That actually cleaned exceptionally well. So let's do this. Let's use this on this wheel first and see if we can get any reaction. And I'll use this on the tire itself. The tire cleaner right away. Look at that. That's awesome. And the wheel, a little bit down here reacting and a little bit over here. Not too much to remove as far as iron particles that are embedded. There's some reaction up there as well. And some reaction down there. Now I'm going to spray some of this in the barrels. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some more reaction. Took a little bit, but now you can really see it. Nice. let's put a little bit on the back, see if we get any reaction. If we don't see a lot here, then we skip it on the rest of the vehicle because it's not necessary. Don't waste company. So we have a little bit here where the lettering is, and a little bit here as well. So it is reacting. You can see it on the license plate. So yeah, there are some iron particles back here, but it is not a ton of them. So at this point, you make up your mind if you want to continue with an iron decon process over the entire vehicle. Depends on what you're doing. We're just doing our full detail to this. We're not doing any type of polishing or ceramic coatings, just clay barring it and then waxing it, and that's it. So for us, we're not really going to go any further. As long as the paint is smooth, we might need to clay bar a few more sections, then that's good. As long as it's clean and smooth. But you be the judge of that. The Subaru is now clean. We just finished rinsing it. We're going to dry it in just a moment. So we're going to use our fluffy drying towels and blow dry everything, and then we'll get to protecting it. All right, the interior is now pretty much done, and we're going to show you guys how we dress all of the interior. And yeah, we have pine needles falling from the trees, and they're falling into here. So kind of quickly dust it, blow it out. And the way we apply this is just like any other dressing. Just use a little applicator, or you can use your towel, and we just apply it to everything. Cool thing about this stuff is that it is not shiny at all. It goes on like that, it goes on wet, and then you can let it just dry, or you can use a dry towel to wipe it down. Now this is going to have graphene and acrylic into it. It's built into the formula, and that is for UV protection. So you saw how we removed all of the sunscreen using a magic eraser and the disinfectant cleaner from Turtle Wax. Now, when it comes to magic erasers, I know some people are afraid of them. Some people say never use them on the interior, plastic and leather. Look, you just have to use soundness of mind. Use some, thinking ability, and all you have to do is use it gently. We're not using it aggressively. It is an aggressive tool, but when used gently, it's one of the only ways we found to remove sunscreen from leather and plastics. The little scrubbers from Auto Fiber, they're great, but it does not remove sunscreen. You need a little bit of abrasion. So gently clean with a magic eraser, but the rest of it looks great. You saw there was a little bit of sunscreen on the steering wheel. That came out with a magic eraser. So just use those magic erasers gently. So you can just see a very distinct line there, but it's not shiny. It dries to a nice matte finish. It is December 16th and it is 65 degrees out. It's beautiful. I'm going to apply protection outside. The paint is clean, feels pretty smooth, but the paint's got a lot of imperfections, so we're not looking for perfection, we're looking for protection. So we're going to use our Flex 15mm, a black soft Lake Country pad, and the graphene to the max wax. I'll show you a trick, as I have in many other videos when applying this protection. When removing this product, at least for us here, we have to use a damp towel to remove the product and then a dry one. The results, awesome. So we actually have it on our Lexus and it's reacting like a coating every time we wash it. It's been about 5 months now. No degradation at all on the protection. It looks like a coating. It's insane. So the way we apply this, super fast and simple. I just put this on speed 4-ish and just work it into the paint and then let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll show you the wipe off. All these little seedlings keep falling. Now, another benefit to applying waxes this way, or sealants, with your polisher is it is slightly polishing your paint. And if the clay bar or the clay mitt did leave a little bit of marring behind, which it usually does, this is going to take care of that. So you can choose either a black pad like this or a red waxing pad, or you could bump it up to a polishing pad, like a blue one, depending on whatever company you're using, but tiny bit more stiffness in the pad will add a little bit more polishing effect. And even though this isn't a polish, it's not really an all-in-one. It does have some cleaners in it. All liquid waxes usually have some sort of cleaners in it. It's usually the solvents in it, the carriers or whatever, act as a cleaner. So it'll actually clean the paint a little bit further, which will aid in the gloss, and it will aid in the bonding as well. So we found doing it this way really does help bond the protection to the paint much better, at least in our case. So we're letting the sealant cure on the paint, and tires and wheels have been done. And now with this dressing, at least for these tires, it needed 2 applications. So put one on, it kind of sucked in and left it a little patchy and dry, and then we went around and put a second application, and that seemed to do the trick. But not all tires are going to accept certain types of dressing. Some do better than others. So sometimes you just have to put a couple of applications onto the tire and then you'll be good to go. So those are looking good. Paint, as you can see, has that nice thin layer of the sealant. So we'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll wipe it off. Oh, hi. What are you doing? Coming to inspect? Oh, I missed that spot. So I have a damp towel here. This is what I use to initially wipe. This is just a method that we found to work for us. I don't know if this is across the board, because some people have found that they didn't need to do this, but we found that we needed to. But once you do that, then you take your dry towel and you dry it, and it's good to go. You'll feel that it's really nice and slick. It'll be very glossy, and yep, any of the smearing or streaks or anything like that go away. So this is our preferred method to apply this sealant. Man, that feels good. Man, that feels good, man. And if you want to, you know, top it with the flex wax, you can. But yeah, this is great.
I thought about pulling it in because of all this tree junk.
Yeah, I know. But it's so nice out.
Yes, that is true.
I know. The paint is looking incredible. Super glossy, nice and slick. Yep, looking amazing. Final things to do, we're just doing some touch up around the glass. I have to do the back glass here, so we're gonna use the new glass cleaner and a tool I'll show you to get into these areas. So this tool right here is called a bulldozer. A lot of tint guys use it for the back glass. So I have a wet glass towel. It's all fully soaked with water and wrung out. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of glass cleaner on it. It's the new Mist glass cleaner. And this is how I get into those hard to reach areas. Might be a little awkward still, but at least you can get into these areas really well. Now I can't squeeze in between the back. Oh wait, yeah I can. Just have to be really careful, and I got to grab the towel as I pull this out. Just be wary, you don't want to break anything. It's a pretty tight squeeze there, so I'm not going to really go into that third brake light too much, because you can just risk damaging something. But the wet towel helps with really mopping up a lot of the grime before you go into using a dry towel. So I'm going to do the rest of this by hand. Now a dry towel with the glass cleaner on it. Same thing, just going to go over the entire area here. Yeah, I see some smearing on the outside. Oh, I wonder why.
Now buff it. Pine needles, man.
There are so many pine needles. Oh yeah, I need to hit that interior glass a little more. The Subaru is now done. We just did all the final touches. Sometimes you have to go through and hit the glass and the door jambs and a few other things, but it is looking really, really nice now. Despite a lot of the damage this thing does have, it's kind of messed up inside and out, but whatever. It's a daily driver, it's used heavily. So as we look at the paint, nice and glossy. The glass is clean, the trim is looking good. We used Stoner's Trim Shine for all the trim. Not bad at all, looking great. Really impressed with the products so far. I have to say my favorite among all of them is going to be the shampoo and the iron Decon. This stuff, oh, and I mean the wheel cleaners themselves, they really, really perform exceptionally well. This is the high alkaline cleaner, and this is the iron remover. Using both of these, your wheels are going to look awesome. You can use this on the paint as well, the iron Decon, and the shampoo. It's just really, really good stuff. Awesome shampoo, and multi-purpose. You can kind of use it as a clay lube. We of course foam. You can put it in the bucket. Whatever you want to use your shampoo, you know, putting in a 2-bucket method, it'll all work. It's really an awesome shampoo to use. So if you want to pick up any of these products, check out the links down below. They'll go to Car Supplies Warehouse. Oh, also the disinfectant cleaner. We use this a lot on the inside. Really nice stuff. Okay guys, that's it for today's episode. The Subaru is done. Customer is going to come and pick it up, and it's looking awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with others who may enjoy it or benefit from it, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great week.